Hello everyone and welcome to Drawtober Day 1. For 2024 Drawtober, I decided we will do 3 challenges. One is really easy for me, just as like a warm-up. It is going to be me drawing a picture of my character, like my OC, the one that represents me, the sprite you see on screen that we also love. I will be drawing her every single day. And then we will be doing a Monster Girl redesign every single day and following the McKween prompt board. I know, it's a lot, but I'm gonna do it. I was only gonna do the McKween prompt board, but then I felt I wasn't pushing myself enough. And I was like, I'm gonna do 3. We did 3 in 2022. I actually didn't do Drawtober last year. I tried to, but it just was too much at the time and I just had to cut it off. But we are gonna be doing 3 prompts again this year for 2024. If you wanna follow along on the McKween prompt board, here it is. And if you want to follow along in our Discord, the link is in the description. Along with doing my 3 prompts for every single day, or my 3 drawings every single day, I will be hosting a raffle for every single day in October. So my Halloween YCHs are available on my Ko-fi. Here are some examples of some of them. This one is the fan favorite and the one that's most purchased. It really helps me out. When you buy a YCH, it really helps pay for my girls and my art supplies and all stuff like that. So the link to my Ko-fi will be in the description. Also, Halloween YCHs, you can't buy them all year long unless you are a member. If you're not a member, they're only available now. So if you want them without having to pay an extra $5 or so, go ahead, buy them now. But back to the raffles. I will be having a raffle every single day in the Discord and on my toy house. So if you want to join, you can go to the description, join the Discord, or go to my toy house, which is also in the description. The raffle will be hosted on both of them, but they will be the same raffle. Hopefully that makes sense. So whoever joins on the Discord don't have to join on Toy House. Whoever joins on Toy House doesn't have to join the Discord. And for this episode, I will be raffling off a... What should we raffle off? I haven't even thought about it. I will do a spiderweb YCH. It's one of my more simple YCHs, but it's really fun and very Halloween-y. Also, if you don't like spiders, that's fine. The next one won't be a spider. So if you want to join, go to the description, find my toy house, or join the Discord. I would love to see you in the Discord. We have a real fun time. We're like a little community. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with the first drawing. All right, onto the first drawing. All right, so we are drawing me, my mini-me, Katie, of course. And I started out with a scribble, something just to get me to put my pen to the paper or pen to the tablet, is I draw a scribble and then I build it up from there. So it'll give nice fluidity. And it just makes you do something instead of procrastinating or scrolling on Pinterest for ideas. And it makes you come up with them on the spot and make it work. I also really like to push my style when I draw these. So if you're like, wow, this looks very exaggerated, that's exactly what I aim for, is very exaggerated and silly. Now, if you notice, I do draw my character with shorter hair here. I've changed my hair so many times in 2024. I had it to my shoulders at the beginning of the year, on both, long on both sides to my shoulders. Still pretty short, but not ridiculous. And then I buzz cut half of it, so it was really short on one side, long on the other. And then I cut it completely, and then now it's actually it grew up, so it was a little longer than a buzz cut. Then I buzz cut half of it again, and now it's this half buzz cut, half fluffy. Although it's grown out a bit more. I'm growing back to the half buzz cut, half long to the shoulder length. I don't know. My hair just changes a lot, so that's why it changes on my mini-me. So if you're wondering why, that is why. I am someone who gets so stressed over my haircut if it's too long, or if I'm stressed at all, or I'm in a depressed arc. The first thing I think of is to shave my head or cut my hair, and it always helps that season of my life so much better. It makes me feel better all the time. Anyway, I'm not really talking about the drawing, but the drawing I wanted to keep on the Halloween gore theme, so I decided her legs would be cut in half. I love the little flesh bits connecting the legs. I think that's very cute. I think that's very clever. I tried to airbrush some elements because I felt if I blocked them in, it would just be too blocky on the drawing. And I think airbrush really added that touch of, solidity to the drawing. Something I am thinking about changing on my mini-me is her sweater gray, the gray color on her sweater. I think it should be changed with the blue on the eyes to just get rid of that extra color in the color palette, because it doesn't really need it. I've talked to Chrissy about this and she agrees with me. But like, I've had my mini-me for a while and I'm like, do I want to change it? So in this drawing, I changed it just to see if we like it. And I think it works. Well, I know it works. I just don't know if I want to commit. But of course, I add blood to the drawing because I gotta. You know, we just gotta cover it in blood. I don't know why that is such a fun thing to do. I swear people question my sanity whenever I show all my drawings. So I'm like, you don't understand the fun of that is drawing blood and just smothering something in red. I also decided I would try shading this drawing. I don't shade often. It is very, especially recently, it's pretty rare. I guess back in 2021, 2022, I would shade more often, but recently it's not something I want to do. I like working on my style rather than shading. However, surprised I even remembered how to shade, or at least how I like to shade, because there's a specific way I like to do it, and I think I really nailed it in this drawing of my style of shading. And I'm also surprised I figured out like an alright looking background, because oftentimes I forget about the background, or I don't care about the background, or I don't even think about it, and that's what I did. And I ended up putting a hue of blue and red, and that looked really good. I was actually very surprised that I was able to land on something very quickly, because sometimes it'll take me like an hour just to figure out the background. Well, that's a bit dramatic. Sometimes it'll take me 10 minutes to figure out the background, and that's too much for me. I just want it to be done. You know, once I get the focal point, I don't care about the rest. Alright, I just finished this and I very, very, very much like it. I haven't drawn like this in a long time. Back in 21 or 2022, I would draw my mini-me like this a lot in my like scribble challenges or style. And it's always such a joy to go back to it. That's why I wanted to do this every single day. But I'm very happy with this. I got this done in exactly an hour, which I think is very, very fun, like pretty much on the dot. And honestly, who knew I could still shade? Who knew I could do that? It's not like crazy shading, but it's definitely my style of shading for sure. I very much like it, but I'm very happy with this. I'm very, very happy with it. Oh, I do like it. Oh, I do. All right, on to the next drawing. Alright, so we're on to our next drawing, and this is a Monster Girl randomizer redesign. So I've got the Monster Girl thing here. You can, I'll link the URL in the description in case you want to do your own Monster Girl. But this is what the challenge is. You hit the randomizer button. Randomize. And we take this and we make it into something, and this is a really good, I love this. This is really good. We will definitely keep the skin and the mouth. Probably veto this eye, keep this one. Probably veto the ears. Keep one of the horns. Yeah, I could totally see this working. Now, the point of this is to get something fun, not be like too critical on keeping it like just like this. So we will keep that in mind. And on to the drawing. Alright, bestie, let's talk about this drawing. Now, I actually struggle with it more than I thought I would. I'm not sure why. It is what it was. Monster Girl redesigns, I typically will struggle with picking the colors rather than the design or making the design, and it was actually the opposite this time. But I actually went into this wanting to make it a male design. Now, I know I said it's Monster Girl randomizer redesign. However, I can only have so many mutant girlies, you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, I love all of them, but like, I would like to make a comic eventually, and I want to have like, somewhat equal. It's not that like I don't like designing male mutant characters, it's just that I always lean to drawing female characters, probably because I'm a girl, which makes sense. However, oddly enough, my male characters are the ones that always become comfort characters for some reason. It's weird. I don't know. So, a few of the monster redesigns we do will be male, and this is one of them. Now, like I said, I wanted to keep the skin, and I kept the deer antlers, the mouth, and the eyes. I kind of did a mishmash in between both of them. Now, since he has those deer antlers, I decided he would be a deer. Or a goat mixed deer. I don't know, something. He doesn't need to like have a label. He can be whatever he wants. But that's what I decided to do. Actually took me quite a few rough passes to get to the like design I wanted. I did that one first really rough sketch and then did the head twice. And then the third time I did the head, I kept that. But it honestly, it doesn't normally take this many passes through like a concept sketch to get something I like. So this was definitely frustrating. Part of the way through it, I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to quit. But girls, sorry if you can hear my girls in the background. They're doing their own thing. But once I got the rough sketch down, the colors, wow, I literally love this color palette. I don't think I'd choose this tone of these colors, but I could see myself choosing like blue, red, you know, like, because it's just primary with green. But I don't think I'd ever choose these tones of it. It just looks so good. It looks like, it reminds me of ketchup and mustard. Just reminds me of food. Or like sour gummies, I don't know. But I very much liked the concept sketch and the colors. I actually think there are some better qualities in the concept sketch than the final line art. I'm not sure why. I think maybe it's just because your sketches can be looser and your brain fills it into the way you want it rather than the line art. So like this design for sure, he's getting another rough sheet for sure, because I just don't feel like this is really close to the final, but I think we just need some like small touch-ups and then we're good. Which that's most of the case scenarios with most of my characters is I'll do like a draw them for a video and then afterwards I'll give them like a really true finalized design to make sure that that's what I want. And then sometimes they still change afterwards. I can't say I change them often, but sometimes it happens. But the little line art for this, I did not want to do it. Especially since it was taking me so long to get that concept sketch. I don't know. It was just, I'm very glad I did because I very much loved the design. And I did want to keep that little sweater, but make it a bit more fitting. Actually, something I'm surprised that worked for this design was that longer hair, because I'm awful at drawing men with longer hair, or male characters with longer hair. And I actually think it really went with this character. I don't know. I think it looks really good. And of course we gotta give him hooves. Oh, I love hooves. I think there's just something about like so elegant about the posture of the way I draw characters with hooves for their feet. I don't know, there's something about it that always just, I like it. And on the coloring, of course. Now, the way I wanted to incorporate that one eye with the eyelashes is I figured I'd give him like a pattern on his face to mimic it. I also decided he was going to get, because the picture had lipstick on the character or some sort of lip color. It wasn't blue, but I wanted to add it because I thought it looked so good. I think it really brings in some contrast. And of course I just blocked in the color that was on the concept sketch. I think my favorite things about this design is honestly a lot of it. I can't even like name one thing that I like. I like the consistency with the particles, and I also like that there's the rips on his shirt and pants, or rips or dots. I'm not sure if that's a part of the pants or shirt or just rips. I haven't decided yet. I like that the blue is mimicked in a spiky pattern all the way around it. Like on the arms, the calves, the tail, the horns, the hair. It's very consistent. I didn't even realize I did that until just now. I like it. I think if anything, no, I don't even think that. I was gonna say maybe the scribble pattern isn't on there enough, but it's on the legs and arms. I think that's enough. And even for the stripes are also for the horns. I honestly think this design's really good. I'm surprised I even did this good. Tell me what you think if you would have done something else, or taken the design a different route, or what you would have kept, or if you would have kept it a female design. Anyway, on to the next drawing. All right, the last drawing. Now, I'll be honest, everyone, I kind of rushed through this drawing somewhat. I would have spent more time on an idea or concept that was better than this. Not that this isn't like the worst thing in the world. It's just that everything I edited before this, my computer hated me and didn't want to render, so I had to sit there and separate it into like 100 different sections and render it. But that's my fault. Well, my computer's fault, but also my fault because I own the computer. So I kind of rushed through this drawing. However, that's just a part of Drawtober. You know what I mean? You use the time you have to do the best you can. So this is the best of what I could of a annoying situation. So I decided I would draw Pennington the bear. My bear, he is I guess he's just a bear. I don't know, I guess you could call him a panda bear, but he's not really. But he is like part skeleton. So his stomach opens up to see his like spine cord. Not that it's very accurate. It's like marshmallows, honestly. And then his arms are made of bones as well. I drew him back in, what was it, 2019? No, it couldn't have been 2019. You know what, let me check for you. I will check. Pennington. Oh, I named him Pennington the Skellington. Sorry, not Pennington the bear. Pennington the Skellington. That's cute, isn't it? I designed him back in 2021, I believe. Oh, April 19th, 2021. That is like 7 days after my birthday. That's cool. Anyway, Pennington the Skellington. He has a sweater covering, or like the collar of a sweater covering his lower face, so his mouth, you can't see it. And his shirt cuts off before, like, high on his chest. I love that design for characters, let me tell you. I think that's so aesthetic. There's something about it. I love it. And then his shorts actually also cut low on his waist. There's something, like, very interesting about making a shy character have, like, kind of revealing clothing, yet keeping the shy component. He's like, he's pretty shy. He's not like social. But I don't know, I just find that very interesting about his design. Something I was really thinking about through this was the fact how I want to work on his finalized design, because he wasn't like a character I really fell in love with the first time I drew. Here, I'll put up the first drawing I ever did of Pennington. I just wasn't in love with it. And then recently, now after this drawing, I really like him. I think he's really cool. I just think he just needs one more pass through his design. Now, for sure, update the color palette, because I think there's just some minor things we need to tinker with to just make it work. I also don't like the sweater colors. I'm not sold on it, let me say that. I think it just needs some minor updates, some changes. Katieify it just a little more. To be fair, 2021, not, like, I did character design, but I definitely didn't think about it, and I wasn't as skilled as I am today. But he needs a little something. Composition-wise, is this the most, like, creative thing in the world? No. Does it flow perfect? No. I definitely think there could have been, I don't know, some background to match it, but I wanted to finish it. I didn't put a background. It is what it is. Now, am I happy to have this drawing? 100%, because that means we've worked on Pennington's character profile, and that is always, like, something I enjoy doing. So that is the prompt for McKween, her bones drawing. I actually really like it, as much as I'm like, ugh, you know. And I'm actually thinking maybe we will have an episode after Drawtober where I just go through characters like Pennington and just do some touch-ups. We can call it character touch-ups. If you'd like to see something like that, let me know. But thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you watched all the way through, I don't know, comment your favorite dessert. Mine is red velvet chocolate cake. Red velvet. I guess, you know, red velvet is just chocolate, but I like red velvet. I think it looks pretty. I don't care if it's just chocolate. But thank you for joining me today, seriously. I enjoyed drawing all 3 drawings. Do I think it's probably gonna be my best day? No, I think this is just an average day. And again, if you want to join the raffle, join the Discord or join my Toy House. Now, something I did decide is there will be more possible entries for people on Toy House. So, because I can check what people do on Toy House, I can't check what people do on Discord. So if you join on Toy House, or you could join both and get more tickets. It's really up to you, but I will be raffling off a Spider YCH. And again, my Halloween YCHs are only available for October, so get them while you can. Anyway, that's it. I love you all. Hope you have a good day. Bye!